Hi there, and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. I'm Tonya, and this is a channel where I talk about my knitting, crochet, whatever I'm working on that week. I try to save the life stuff for the end. So if you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, you guys, it's October. I cannot believe how crazy this last couple of months have been. They've just flown by. So if you're returning, thank you for enjoying this ride with me this year, because it's been a wonderful year. I do my episodes a little bit differently. I have a whip wall, which is a wall that has a bunch of different cubbies in it. And I roll an app on my iPad, which is a dice app. And when I roll that, it'll tell me which cubby to go to and which project in that cubby, because some of the cubbies have more than one whip in them. So the dice roll tells me which cubby and which project, and that's what I work on for 1 week. Now, I put myself on this week limit because I tend to get bored. And I have multiple whips because I like lots of things going on. But I wanted to see if this would help me finish some things up that I really still want, but I just never make the time to work on. So last week I rolled the reverse loop sweater. And I have it here in this project bag. And let's see, I've got there we go. Got the iPad sitting here. Ready for the dice app. But the reverse loop sweater, it's by Other Loops. It is on Ravelry. I'll try to include the price. I'll try to put the price on the screen because I just can't remember if it was, sorry, I have Lily sitting here with me and she's trying to get to stuff. I can't remember if it was a free pattern or not. So I will have put the price up here. And I was really hoping for an FO this week. Like, I really was hoping for that. Now, I have had several other things going on, and we'll talk about those later. Sadly, I do not have an FO this week. Now, I will show you, when you guys saw this last week, I had a good chunk of the body done. I had split for sleeves and had several inches. This progress keeper right here is where I was last week, and I've gotten an inch on the body. That's not much. However, I do have both of the sleeves complete. Okay, and the cool thing about this is it has, you just knit, and then you do a purl row, and then you fold it. So this will be the finished edge of my sleeve. Okay, that purl edge. So all of this that I just knit after that purl row, you fold into the sleeve and sew it on. So that will be the inside of my sleeve cuff, and this will be the outside. Obviously a really big, bulky bell type sleeve, which I love. The other thing I was able to do this week was I got the collar attached and on, and the collar is the same way as the cuffs are, except it's a 1x2 rib. So I've got it all attached and I've done all the knitting. I've bound it off. Now what I do is I take this, fold it in half, and I'm going to stitch that inside of the neckline. So that will be my collar on this sweater. So I did get that part done. Oh yeah, I did try it on. Super excited to be able to wear this. It's going to be much more like a sweatshirt. However, I have this much wool left, and I don't want this much left. I say wool, it's cotton and silk and palmite, I think. I don't want this much left over. So I'm going to add some more to the length of the garment. I like it to come down past my bum. I might even do a side split seam, split hem, so that I can have it longer in the back than in the front, because I do want to use this up. Let's see how much I have. Excuse me, how much I have left. Yeah, I have 79 grams left of this, so I really would like to use it. So instead of, I mean, I guess I could have bound off and said, oh, I've got another FO, but I really do want to use this and put it in there. So I am going to put this project back on the whip wall, which I'm not too stressed about, and I'll tell you why in a little bit when we talk about our plans for the rest of the year. So I'm going to put this back on the whip wall. Okay. And let's talk about the other things I've worked on this week. So I have been also working on a Christmas cap, which is what I'm doing my Vlogtober with. I'm putting out weekly episodes for my Vlogtober, just following the progress of this Fair Isle knitting hat that I'm doing. I am doing it in October because I am using a Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Advent that I got from Trilogy Yarns for that. So if you're interested in the progress of that, it is coming right along, but I am sharing that in my vlog. The other thing I worked on this week is the Nanilchik Swan Show. So if you are new here, this is a swan show, which is a poncho with sleeves, essentially, and it is called a swan show. It's on Ravelry. It's called the Nanilchik Swan Show. I'll have all the information listed in the description box below if you're interested. And I am doing this, sorry, my hair is driving me bonkers. I've got a hood on and it seems like a lot right here. I am doing this as a sample for a friend of mine who dyes wool, and she has a fiber festival coming up at the end of October. And so my goal, she really wanted to have this swan show to wear because this time of year is going to be a little chillier, and she wanted it done in her wool. So she gave me the material, and let me tell you, it has been an incredibly fun project. Now, the wool was dyed by my friend, like I said, and that's Inner Yarn Zen. She is local to me. This stitch marker right here is where I was when you guys saw it last. This is the progress that I've made. I'll see if I can tilt you down a little bit. So again, that stitch marker is up here where it's attached. But look at that. I just have a little bit more chart work. Look at that, you guys. It is turning out so beautiful. And show you my floats, because that's almost as entertaining to look at, isn't it? It's just as beautiful. So I am going to move this progress keeper right now so that I don't forget. But I did spend some time on this week because it is for a friend and she is wanting it by the end of this month. And I don't think that's going to be an issue for me to get done. But I also know that it's not going to knit itself. So I do need to spend some time on it and getting that finished. So there is the Nanilchik Swan Show, which has been amazingly fun to work on. Now, the next thing, Anthony and I have been dyeing yarn again, and I'm so excited to share that with you, but I will share that at the end, and we can look at that because that'll be fun. Right now, let's go ahead and roll the dice. So here is the dice app. Sorry for the ring light. try to hold it so you can't, it doesn't interfere. So I don't have anything else open. So if I open the dice app here and we roll the dice, we're going to go to project cubby 1 and the second project bag in there. Let's go see what we've got. Okay, so I have put this project bag back in cubby 2. So we're going to go to cubby 1, and it looks like I only have one project in here. So we'll grab this one. My mom made this project bag. Ugh. I love this project bag. I love the colors, everything. So let's go see what's in here. Okay, so let's see what is in this lovely bag from, my mom made this bag, and I think I know what's in here. I haven't looked yet, but I think it's my Dathan sweater, which was a fun project. It is my Dathan sweater. So let me show you. I must have printed a lot of patterns when my thing was running though. So this is the Dathan. Who is it by? Goodness. If I don't find it quickly, I will put it, oh, it will be in the thing down below. I don't know who it's by. Designed by Kate Davies Designs. So here's a picture of the front of the pattern. I love how low the sleeves come. And I remember I'm using dice to decide, because you get to decide how thick I shouldn't talk with this when you can't see me. I'm so sorry. You get to decide how many rows you do all of the stripes. And so it says to make it not the same, random. So I've been using dice, and or maybe I was using cards. Maybe I had a deck of cards in here. I don't remember exactly, but I have, let's see how we're doing here. Put the pattern away. Let's see how far we've gotten on this. Oh. So it looks as though this is bottom up. And I believe I was trying to keep these, it has you do the front and then the back. And I believe I was trying to keep these at the same, oh my gosh, I can't even figure out the right way to hold this to show you guys. So you've got the front, you've got the back. I'm just gonna hold it up. That's the sides. Here's the front of it. And I'm going up the front. It has you split for sleeves, which I have done, but then you do the back at the same rate. And I want them to match, and so I'm doing them at the same time. So yes, it's gonna take me a little bit to figure out, because I have one color for each side, because I'm at a different stage with each side, but just one color behind. So I'll do color A on the front, and then I'll join color A on the back, but I'll join color B on the front. So each one, and then I just rotate it and bring in the next one, and rotate it and bring in the next one. So it's all coming back to me. I do have a method, but I've made pretty good progress on this. I am gonna move my progress keeper up to where I am at this moment. Maybe I'm going to do that. There we go. And that way you guys can see where I was when we started, and I will share progress with this next week to show you how far I've gotten. But yeah, isn't that gorgeous? And I do love how random, you see how some of the colors just have 2, some of them have 1, some of them had 4 rows. So it just varies because I was rolling the dice or flipping over a card. I can't remember exactly. I'll look further into this bag to see if there's a deck of cards, but yes, so that's where we're at with the Dathan. That's what I will be working on this week, in addition to making more progress on the Swan Show, because next Friday will be the 25th of October. And so I need to verify with my friend what time or what day specifically is her festival, so I can make sure I have that Swan Show finished in time for her, because that is something I want to do. Now, I have said, Anthony and I, this is something that Anthony and I are planning on doing, and that is dyeing yarn. And I used to dye yarn. I've taken a several year hiatus. This is something I really am excited to get back into. I have my workshop set up on the side of the house. I'll give you guys a tour of that soon, because I'm super excited about it. And I want to show you guys some of the things we've done. So here are a couple, let's see here, couple different ones that we've done recently. I have some drying behind me. I'll share those next week. Oh, I loved this one. I'm not usually an orange or green person, so this is kind of where I started, because I struggle with oranges and greens. If you've been around here, these are my 2 least favorite colors. And so this is where I started. Otherwise, these are colors I wouldn't typically dye, because I don't particularly enjoy these colors, but I feel like they turned out really, really good. So those are 2 things that we've done. And then I also, sorry for the crinkling, I've also put together a fall set. So these will be at some point, some of these have already been claimed, but a few of these will be up in our Ko-fi account. So here is our fall set. Sorry about the crinkling, but it's 5 skeins, green, orange, brown, red, and then 1 skein with everything in it. These are 100 gram skeins. They're $75.25. All the details will be on my Ko-fi account for things that are still available. I may not have them all listed when this video goes live, but I'm hoping I'll have them all listed by the end of the weekend. So that is something that's new and exciting that I've been working on. Now, you guys, it is fall. Look at what our garden has been giving us. Look at this. So we've got some broccoli. We've eaten some of the peppers. We've got loads of tomatoes. Look at this, you guys. They have turned out so great. Now, you remember the watermelon? It's finally ready. I get to cut into this weekend. And I was told the cantaloupe are not ready until they fall off the vine. I finally got one that fell off the vine. I'm super excited to cut into this. This is my favorite thing that I was looking forward to out of the garden. So I am excited. We are getting about 4 eggs a day from the chickens. So we've just been really busy around here, and it's been so wonderful. And I am excited. I am excited about all the upcoming stuff that we have going on. So that brings me to talking about these next few months. So like I said, I am currently working on my Vlogtober project. I am making this Fair Isle hat. I'm super excited about it. But when Vlogtober is over, I found last year that there were a few things that I did that I really enjoyed. One of them was my whip roundup. okay? And that's where I took a project. Each day I put out an episode, and each episode was very, very short. Some of them were just a few minutes. And I just shared with you what projects I have. So that whip wall, when you see all those whips in the cubbies, it'd be nice, even if you've been around here. Like, these are my whips, and I couldn't tell you what's inside each one of them. So we're gonna do a whip roundup. And what that will look like is I'm gonna open the project. I'm gonna work on it for 24 hours, and then I'll show you guys where it's at when it's going back on the whip wall. And then I'll open up another one. I'll work on it for 24 hours and I'll put it back on the whip wall. And that's what November is gonna look like as I do my whip roundup, because that's gonna show me, maybe there's a few of them, like that reverse loops sweater. I feel like if I had 24 hours to work on that right now, I could finish that. And then I'd have one thing off my whip wall as I go into 2025. And there might be some things that I decide I want a frog. Right now in my head, I can think of 2 that might not make it into 2025. But who knows? There may be more, there may be less. We'll see. And then that takes us into December, which is Vlogmas. Vlogmas. Can you believe that it's almost time for that? I can't. I do have a couple of Advents. I did not go as crazy as I did last year or the year before that. But I do have a couple of Advents that I will be working on and opening up, and projects. So we'll talk about those possible projects that are going to be coming up. And I'm kind of hoping that Helen Stewart puts out another blanket. I have done 2 of hers and I've really, really liked the blankets. So I'm thinking that may be one of them. We shall see. This is future Tonya. I'm gonna put this somewhere in the video where it makes sense. But after Vlogmas, I'll be doing the 12 cast-ons of Christmas, and I've already started. And that's what made me think of it, is I just turned around and I have a project bag. Or 2. I can't reach the other one. I have a few projects waiting to be cast on, and I'm waiting to save those for the 12 cast-ons of Christmas. So wouldn't it be great to get several of my projects with my whip roundup off the whip wall so I can get some new stuff in there for 2025? I think that would be pretty excellent. Okay, for real, let's get back to it. But for now, you guys, I think that's it. I'm gonna work on getting this video edited and up so that you guys can have this on Saturday. I'm gonna work on my Dathan, and I'm gonna get these veggies, this fruit and veggie stuff, in the fridge. And I know I've got some dye in the dye pots right now. I need to go check them. I've got a lot going on for a Friday night. So I hope everybody's doing amazing, and you're just as excited about this time of year as I am. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.